Bill O'Brien, good morning. Let me click this button here. Greg has already started his vacation, but I'm here with Wiggy Courtney, and good morning to you.
Good morning, guys. How we doing?
We're doing well. Ezeiruaku, I always pronounce it incorrectly. Can you correct me on that?
It would be Donovan Ezeiruaku.
Ezeiruaku. So Dominic Ezeiruaku is Donovan
Yep.
Ezeiruaku. My brain is. Let's restart this. A consensus All-American. Pretty remarkable achievement for him and the program, Bill.
Yeah, I mean it is a great achievement. To be an All-American in the line of the All-American. I just saw a list of consensus All-Americans. You're talking about Luke Kuechly and Matthias Kiwanuka. You're talking about Doug Flutie, Mike Ruth. Just some great football names. And so it is a great accomplishment for him. He had goals. He had team goals. He had individual goals. He accomplished, all of his individual goals, led the country in sacks, broke the single-season sack record here. And he was a great captain. He was a great leader, showed up every day and did a hell of a job.
Bill, the big news this week when it comes to BC is obviously Dylan Lonergan. What was the path like to get him here, and what does this mean for Grayson James moving forward?
Yeah, so I recruited Dylan when I was at Alabama. He went to Brookwood High School in Atlanta, and he was also a baseball player, threw the ball 95 miles an hour off the mound, and he was a great quarterback. So we stayed in touch, and when you recruit somebody, you become close to the family and their coaching staff and things like that. And, at the end of their season at Alabama, they reached out and asked if we would have interest. And we do have interest. And, we have a good quarterback here in Grayson James. He's done a really good job. He's the starting quarterback. So, he's the starting quarterback in this bowl game. And to be able to add a quarterback of the ability of Dylan Lonergan is really, really good for us. It'll add competition to the room. We have to have a great quarterback room here at BC. That's the thing. We've got to have a great room. So we've got Grayson, we've got Dylan, we've got Jacoby Robinson, who's practicing really well right now. And then Shaker Rising is a freshman from Oklahoma that's going to arrive today, early enrollee. And so we got 4 guys there that are very talented, and it's exciting to be able to work with those guys.
Billy, when you look at this whole college football landscape, it's crazy. And now you throw in the Diego Pavia ruling. What does this do to college football with them saying, okay, basically your JUCO eligibility doesn't count towards your NCAA eligibility? What's this do for the landscape and especially high school recruits if this is something that they pass moving forward?
Yeah, I think that all of this, in my opinion, falls under the umbrella of there has to be a college football commission led by a commissioner. Maybe it's a retired coach, a retired athletic director that has a clue about football. This has to begin to be regulated. And also, I would say Congress needs to be involved in this too, because, there's no, like, for instance, what you just brought up, that example, then you've got like the portal being open, right now as we're trying to get ready for a bowl game, teams are getting ready for the playoffs and kids have to make decisions and just a lot of stuff going on that really doesn't make a lot of sense. And so I think it's a slippery slope. And if we keep kind of going down this slope, you're going to have an issue. Now, college football, relative to the popularity of it, is at an all-time high. I mean, college football is awesome, and I think that there's a way that we can fix this over the next, I would say, year or two, but we have to have the right people in place. And, hopefully Congress, President Trump has a say in this. But we have to fix college football in some ways.
Given all of those issues that college football is tackling as we speak, Billy, I know you've been asked about it, but were you shocked that Bill Belichick didn't get an opportunity in the NFL?
I wouldn't. Again, Curtis, the way that I've been asked this question before, and who's to say he didn't get a shot? Was it the right shot? I think again, like. It really comes down to the structure of the organization in the NFL, right? Most of these organizations are, you're in partnership with the general manager to build the team. So the general manager is in charge of the personnel. He's in charge of, the training room. He's in charge of nutrition. And then the coach is in charge of, obviously, the football team, the weight room, parts of the roster, meaning like the game day roster. That's the way most NFL organizations are set up, with the exception of maybe the Kansas City Chiefs, which is a coach-centered model, or the LA Rams, which is a coach-centered model. Most of them are not like that, right? They're partnerships. And so, look, at the end of the day, maybe he did have opportunities. He just didn't really, want to go down that road. And at North Carolina, he's able to do it his way, and he can run the show. And so, I don't know that. I haven't talked to Bill, but, I'm sure he had his opportunities, and he decided to take the one that he thought was best for him.
And just speaking on that last part about talking with Bill, there was a report in The Guardian last week that said that Bill Belichick didn't speak with you for the final weeks of last season. Is that true?
The one thing about these things that has happened to me over the years is, it just kind of stinks that and I appreciate, I'm not, Curtis, I love you guys. I'm not mad at you guys. I'm just saying that somebody put something out there that's completely untrue. I met with Bill Belichick every single day last year to go over what we were doing, talk about the team, especially the offensive side of the ball. He came down to my office quite a bit. We had a lot of issues last year relative to the team, whether it was injuries or, coaching staff issues or whatever it was. And we met every single day. He's also texted me after games, texted me when my dad died, sent me a very nice text. So I really don't know. I'd like to know who, there's people out there that have access to grind, and, I don't know what the issue is. I really don't. I mean, I don't even know why my name would come into that. I wouldn't, it's a ridiculous thing, but it is what it is. You gotta answer it. Now somebody's going to say, oh, he's just saying that because, he has to, no, that's the truth. I met every single day with Bill. How do you not talk to your head coach, right? Like during the games, we talk the whole game, or during the week. Like, it's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life.
Bill, we were talking earlier, and Wiggy was asking Curtis and I about BC going to the Pinstripe Bowl, and what does that do for alumni? Do you get excited about a bowl game? What is it like in the locker room? Do guys care about where they go for a bowl, or are they just excited that they made a bowl? And how do you feel going into this one with Nebraska?
There's great energy with this team. I mean, we're practicing well. These guys are having fun at practice. I think they're excited about two things. They're excited about going to New York City, which is, as we know, a great city, to be able to go down there and experience a lot of the things that we're going to experience. We leave on the 24th, and, we're taking the train down there. We're catching the train in Westwood, and we're taking it to Penn Station, which is a great experience. And then I think most importantly, they're really excited about the opponent, right? Like being able to play a program like Nebraska. Boston College has never played Nebraska. So, yeah, there's a definite buzz in this program. This program's headed in the right direction, and it's a lot of that has to do with these guys, the players in this program, and the way that they've attacked the season.
Bill, one of the things that I look at, and I love this 12-team playoff, but I know we talk about some of these bowls, and, like last night I'm watching James Madison, Western Kentucky, and the Boca Raton Bowl, and I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Did you have a parlay?
No, I'm like, what's going on here? How do you feel? And I would love to see the FBS take the page out of the FCS model and go to a 24-team playoff system. And maybe you could use some of those bowl games as potential playoff spots. But how would you feel? I know the 12 teams is great. Do you think there'll ever be a time where the FBS kind of goes with the FCS model to go that 24-team playoff system, which I think would be just great for college football?
I could not agree with you more. I mean, that's I would love to see that. I do think that the bowls and the money involved in the bowls is a big deal, right? Like, and so I think they would have to work something out, like you said, to be able to, the first round playoff games would be these smaller bowls and things like that,
mm-hmm.
And still keep the bowl. But I think that's what it's all about. I mean, Wig, better than anybody. When the playoffs start in the NFL, it's like a second win. It's a great excitement in your program, in your organization. Like, it's just the best feeling that when you got a shot to go to the playoffs and you're going to the playoffs, you got a shot to win a championship. Like, that's a big deal. And you see it, like you said, in FCS. You see it in March Madness with basketball. Like, let's do it, right? We can do this. And that's kind of what I'm talking about in the very first answer about college football. It's a great product right now, but it can be even better. And so I agree with you. The more teams that we can get in, I don't think you can ever get to like 64 teams, but if you could do 24 teams, 16 teams, kind of build it over the next couple of years, I think that would be great for college football.
Commissioner of the NCAA. I'll do
God.
college football commissioner.
Yeah, you got.
I got some great ideas. Sign me up.
I don't think you want to be commissioner of the NCAA, though. You want to be commissioner of college football.
Okay, commissioner of college football.
There you go. Bill, truly grateful for your presence on the show this year. It's been awesome, and we're going to be wishing you, well, we'll talk to you, I guess, in a couple weeks, but good luck at the Pinstripe Bowl, and Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Yeah, hey, guys, I really appreciate it. It's been awesome to talk to you guys every week, and have a great Christmas, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you very much.
All right,
Merry
Billy.
Christmas, Bill.
Thank you, Bill O'Brien.
Merry
That
Christmas.
is the best interview in Boston, from my point of view. Interesting thoughts and correcting the record on the Belichick not speaking story.